to the tropical rainforest of Papua New Guinea, the second largest island in the world. Papua New Guinea is located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean and is north of Australia. Some other tropical rainforests are the Amazon rainforest and the Madagascar rainforest. Some patterns that you can see between them is that they have very high annual rainfall, they have high average temperatures, and they have a high level of biodiversity, which is a high level of animal and plant species.
Papua New Guinea has a flat coastal plain and a hilly and mountainous interior. The flat plain surrounding the island helps make a milder climate with help of solar radiation and water currents. The mountains act as a barrier to moisture and air movements, which help make a drier climate. The mountains can contain the only snow found on the island, otherwise known as snow caps.
The humidity is unbearable. Majority of the time it's around 24 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. This is because the angle of the sun is more direct and concentrated to the area. This helps radiation spread evenly and limits the seasons and drastic changes in the temperature. The average precipitation is around 320 millimeters. That's a lot of water.
As you can see here, the temperatures don't vary as much as they do in the United States, but they're still diverse. You can also see the precipitation is lowest in August and highest around April. This is because of the monsoon and wet seasons we'll talk about later.
Tour guide. This biome is mainly surrounded by large bodies of water, which help regulate the climate and increase precipitation. Now look at this water. It's so clear you can basically see the plants inside. If you look here, you can see the ocean currents moving along in a similar direction. These currents move warm air and precipitation inland and regulate the seasons in New Guinea. They also help evenly distribute solar radiation.
And here's another graph to show the precipitation levels. Again, they're lowest around August and July due to dry seasons.
New Guinea are regulated by the ocean currents, which move warm air and precipitation inland. They also help evenly distribute solar radiation. But New Guinea doesn't work like our country. It doesn't have spring, summer, fall, and winter like we do. Instead, it has monsoon season and dry season.
Golly gee, what are monsoon seasons?
I'm glad you asked. A monsoon season is when the prevailing winds, in New Guinea's case, southeast trade winds, push moisture inland. This causes humidity and precipitation levels to rise. Sometimes a monsoon season can cause average flooding up to around 400 inches.
Wow, 400 inches? So these floods are only during monsoon seasons? So New Guinea's has to have a dry season, right?
Yep, the dry season lasts from December to March.
That's because of the angle of the sun, right? The sun is shining in the northern hemisphere at the time, meaning that land and water won't be hot enough to cause as much precipitation in the wetter seasons, yeah?
Yeah.
Now that we've finished that, let's go back to Maisie, see where she's at.
Here's a great example of a red mangrove tree. These leaves are waxy and have a dark top and a light green underside. The thin trunk and the bark are a reddish-brown color, and the roots are in a dense tangle. This tangle of roots allow the tree to handle the daily rise and fall of tides in the rainforest. These trees have the ability to survive in anoxic soil and brackish waters. The roots also create a barrier to exclude salt from entering the tree, preventing osmosis.
Here we have clinky pine trees. These trees are very large evergreens. They're the tallest in New Guinea, ranging from 160 to 250 feet. The branches are horizontal and the leaves spread out in spirals. Clinky pines are highly adaptable to wetter sites and some sites that are less nutrient. They grow low and close to the ground to shield themselves from wind and cold. This makes them perfect for New Guinea environment. Hoop pines are another type of tree that grow in New Guinea. These trees grow up to 165 feet. They're cone-shaped and get their name from the scale-like bark that forms in hoops. The branches are twisted and the leaves are thin and pointy. This tree is slow-growing and can live up to 450 years. Its roots are able to grow and thrive in multiple kinds of soil, making them be spread all across the world.
Acacia is an invasive species in New Guinea. It's actually the country's national tree. The leaf stalks are vertically arranged and they bear thorns or sharp curved prickles at their base. Earleaf acacias are also distinguished by their green or yellow fragrant flowers, which are arranged in impact lobular clusters. These plants are highly durable and also water resistant, making them perfect for New Guinea's environment.
This right here is called a water hyacinth. They have thick leaves that are perfect for pushing out plants that are overcrowding the environment. They can be many colors, but most of them have purple petals and yellowish green bulbs. They all vary in height, some reaching up to 3 feet. The hollow stalks are perfect for adapting to freshwater environments. They also reduce the oxygen levels in water to drive out fish from unnecessary places. Here are the cassowaries, a bird with a vivid blue neck and long drooping red battles. The southern cassowary is an important rainforest gardener, spreading ready-made fertilizer filled with the seeds of rainforest trees. Cassowaries eat seeds whole in order to keep them intact, where the seeds go in one end and out the other. This flightless bird can easily be distinguished from all other birds with their unique, unusual feathers and other features. The females are larger than the males, with a taller casque and a brighter color. Cassowaries prefer fallen fruit, but will eat plants, fungi, vertebrates, invertebrates, and more. The casque on top of their heads is the main way these birds communicate. It's spongy inside and is used to make a low vibrating sound to speak with each other. The casque is also used as a helmet to push through dense thickets of rainforest and shrub. Moving along, here are the tree kangaroos. Aren't they just adorable? These marsupials are extremely soft with reddish-brown fur on their majority of their body and golden fur on their limbs, face, and underbelly. They have two light strips that run from their tails to their upper back. Each of their patterns are unique to them. These mammals are omnivores who usually feed on leaves, flowers, fruits, and insects. They will occasionally eat eggs and smaller birds too. Tree kangaroos have short legs and strong forelimbs, helping for climbing up tall forest trees. Their hind legs are very powerful and their tails are muscular, enough to keep them balanced while in motion. Their teeth have also adapted to an omnivorous diet, making it easy for them to chew on tree bark and leaves if needed. This is a cuscus, a thick-furred brown and white colored marsupial. These animals are around the size of an average house cat and have round, circular heads, small ears, and prehensile tails used for climbing. Only males have splotchy spots on their bodies, ranging from gray and white to brown and white. Females are usually gray or white and unspotted. A cuscus eats leaves of Ficus, Alstonia, and Slonia plants. They'll also eat nectar, flowers, small animals, and occasionally eggs. Their claws have adapted and are used to grip branches while climbing high forest trees. They are also used to grasp food and bark.
One of the only poisonous birds in the world is completely native to New Guinea, the patui bird. They're small, around palm-sized, and have thin black beaks and brown eyes. Their fur is normally orange and black. These birds possess a certain smell which prevents other animals from approaching, and the bright orange color on their body warns potential predators that they're a threat. Their diet consists mainly of fruits and grass seeds, though they eat small beetles which contain the poison that makes these birds so deadly. This poison, which is embedded into their skin and feathers, is used to fight off predators and kill prey.
Here are the baboons, also known as genus Papio in Latin. They have light tufts of hair on the side of their heads and are generally brown, gray, and black all around their body. The females are usually a darker color while the males are silvery. The males also have redder bottoms and faces, which make them more attractive for mating. These omnivores eat grass, fruits, seeds, roots, bark, rodents, birds, sheep, and other mammals. Sometimes they even eat other monkeys. Though since their diet is mainly grass, they're able to easily adapt to different environments with grass as their main source of food.
Now let's talk about some interesting facts about Papua New Guinea. Fun fact number 1 is that Papua hosts 5% of the global biodiversity. It has more than 20,000 plant species, 800 species of coral, 600 species of fish, and 750 species of birds. Fun fact number 2 is that New Guinea has poisonous birds. The patui produces bacteriotoxin compounds in its feathers, skin, and other tissues. The poison helps protect the birds from predators and parasites. Local hunters always try to avoid killing these birds.
Our third fun fact is that it snows in New Guinea. The snow falls inland on the high mountain tops due to the temperature drops from the altitude.
Papua New Guinea is the third largest rainforest in the world. This rainforest covers almost 288,000 square kilometers of the island's landmass from Papua New Guinea to West Papua in Indonesia.
For our fifth and final fun fact, New Guinea is the second largest island in the world. The area of New Guinea is around 800,000 kilometers square and is slightly larger than California. Greenland Island is actually the largest and is almost 2 times bigger than New Guinea.
New Guinea holds many biotic factors ranging from the animals to the microorganisms. Papua is home to plants, insects, fungi, and bacteria as well. These are put in the biotic category because they are living things. Let's try to take a look at the abiotic factors here in New Guinea. Sunlight is a great example of an abiotic factor, but there's also air, climate, humidity, topography, wind, heat, salt, and sedimentation. The temperature is a great example too. These are all abiotic factors because they're non-living things.